familia. This week we are going to go to a little bit of different project. I made a bowl, but a bowl without a base. And because the wood was very old and it was outside sit for years and years, it was a present from a friend. When I was turning the bowl, I see that there's no way to leave it smooth completely, and automatically I said, well, where's the problem? I'm not gonna leave it smooth, so I'm gonna leave that the beauty of the wood itself stay there. But then turning the base, there was another problem. And as always, I look for a solution, and some pieces that was just the inspiration. I saw some pieces through the internet that are really amazing. But the idea is not bad. And I said, well, without a foot, no, I'm gonna do it 3 feet. And I became with this. And I use floating ones. As you can see, there is no touching in here, not all around, they are just hold by here. And I'm not gonna get into the turn of the bowl itself. I'm just gonna go into how this was made. So, let's go and do it.
Well, this is a easy process. As you can see, the bowl have cracks and was a little bit punky in that side, so I leave it as is, and I'm gonna make some kind of rustic holding feet. And I was looking for a natural way to make the feet, so I'm gonna trade. This is the shape that my hand is doing, so holding on the rim and making fit the curve of the bowl. I began making templates on cardboard and then one in a plywood. When I find that this is the one I like, I transfer it to the final wood, which is gonna be spalted maple, right? It's gonna be a floating leg holding on the rim. And I did this with the bandsaw, but can be done with a scroll saw or hand saw or thing. Whatever the way you prefer. This is a job of patience. It's a job of just to change a little bit. I was delaying this job for a while, and then these last weeks that I was a little bit I had pain on my back, was the perfect moment to sit down at the table and relax doing this. But the beginning of it, the rough shape, I can do it with this flat sanding pad or sanding disc made of several pieces of sandpaper. And it's a matter of shape. Look at it and very slowly shaping it. Then I'm gonna use the Dremel that I think it's no sense to spend a lot of time in this process, but because as you can see, it's not difficult. It's just shape and look at it and continue until you achieve the form or the final shape that you are looking for. And then will be the Dremel, the next step. You see at the curve that I'm getting, I'm gonna continue until I have it all around, and then I will use the Dremel, and at the last step will be hand sanding until the desired form and everything. As I said, this is a matter of patience, and it's an interesting approach. It was a long time since I was doing smoking pipes, and it's some kind of the same job. So That's it until you get the desired form. Then what I'm gonna do is protect the wood. As this is a spalted wood, there's no way, or it's really difficult to have a completely smooth surface, which I agree with that, because I'm not looking for the perfection, but the more rustic look, because of the bowl, the finish of the bowl is not perfect as well. So I'm fine with that. Now I'm gonna protect it with at least 2 coats of sanding sealer. For this I use this bar to can hold the pieces after apply it. This is a regular sanding sealer by in Ace hardware shop, and then I'm applying it with a piece of paper, but you can use a brush or whatever system you prefer. And then it's just leave it dry, and we go to the table. Here, to do it easy, I make a template on the computer and mark the 3 legs in equal distances, and I'm making holes in the rim where I'm gonna attach a nail. This is gonna have 2 functions. The first one is gonna be for the lacquer process, and the second one to hold the feet. And I'm protecting the rim with painter's tape, because I want the glue straight from wood to wood, not to the paint, because will be weaker. Now the difficult part is attach another nail to the legs that are gonna help me to hold it, but also will help to insert on the rim later. Now is carefully painted and holding in a piece that you can see it on the screen, but I have something to hold. And now I'm gonna apply the lacquer just on this face. I'm gonna leave it sit, and then I will turn it upside down. This lacquer is a triple glaze glossy finish from Rusoleum. It's just a brand, I mean anyone can wear. Now I remove the nails and I remove the painter's tape, and I'm gonna apply a thick CA glue, because I don't want any squeeze. I don't want any drop all around, which can happen with a thinner one. Now it's a dry fit to see if it's the right place. As you see, I change it. Now I get it. This is the final shape, this is the final position, so I can remove it, apply the glue very carefully to don't have any squeeze out, and I'm gonna apply a little bit of pressure, and then a little bit of CA activator, because the thick CA lasts a little bit too long to sit, so to speed a little bit the process. Now once it's done, we go for the second one. As you see, the result is getting beautiful. Same process, we cut the nail, but we don't remove it, we just cut it, because it's a help to have more sturdy fix. And now this is the dry fit, so I can remove the leg and repeat the process again. A drop of glue, use a nail to spread it out all around evenly, and attach it to its final place. Be careful that it's aligned, and a little bit of activator, and that's it. It's not a difficult process. As I said, it's more a process of patience, but the result is, let's say, that not the usual bowl. It's not, I'm not saying that I didn't invent anything here, but it's a good result. Here you have some stills. As always, any comments, any doubts, any suggestions, just leave it down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like it, press thumbs up. And if you want to help the channel, down below you have the link to the Patreon account. Thank you very much, and I see you on Friday.